Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problems in exercise 4.2 quadratic equations. We start with problem 1. It has many subdivisions. So here the first thing is find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. So the first one is x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So here we have to select two numbers in such a way that when you multiply those two numbers, you should get this answer. And when you add or subtract, you should get this answer. So here we are having the number as 10. So when you write down the factors, 10 can be written as 1 into 10. And the next thing is 2 into 5. So here when you look carefully, you see here you need a minus 3. So when you subtract these two numbers, 2 and 5, you are getting 3. But when you subtract 1 and 10, then it is 9. So here we are selecting 2 and 5 as options. Now the next thing is, here you need a minus 3. So what does this mean? You should select plus 2 and here it should be minus 5. So when you subtract 5 minus 2 gives you 3. And what is the bigger number? 5. And what is the sign here? It is minus. So 2 minus 5 will give you minus 3. Therefore, and again the next thing is when you multiply these two numbers, 2 into minus 5 will give you minus 10. So here we are selecting plus 2 and minus 5 as the two numbers. So here we are splitting the middle term. So this minus 3x is written as minus 5x plus 2x, right? And the first and last terms, they remain the same. Now, when you look at the first two terms, here you are going to take x outside. So when you take x outside, the remaining parameters are x minus 5. And again when you look at these two terms, here you can take 2 outside. So when you take 2 outside, then here we will be having x and 10 by 2 is 5. So x minus 5. So again here you should have these two terms as common terms. Okay, you should have the same term. So now when you take this x minus 5 outside, then what about the remaining terms? You are having x plus 2. Therefore, here the next term is x plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0. Now we are equating each term to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 5 is equal to 0. So here, therefore the value of x is, when you move this 2 to the right hand side, it becomes minus. So x equal to minus 2 and here x is equal to 5. So minus 2 and 5 are the factors for the given quadratic equation. Even if you want to check, you can substitute these values and whether you can find whether this equation is equal to 0. For example, if you substitute minus 2, again this is your choice, right? If you want to check, you can make a check. So when you substitute the value of x as minus 2, so minus 2 whole square minus 3 into minus 2 and minus 10 is equal to 0. So minus 2 whole square, it becomes 4. And minus 3 into minus 2, it becomes plus 6, right? 3 2s are 6 and minus into minus makes plus. And here this minus 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 minus 10 is 0. If you want, you can make a check. That's it. Now we will proceed with the second question. This is the second subdivision of problem number 1. So 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So here again, you see, here we are having some number as coefficient of x square. So you have to multiply these two numbers. So 2 into 6 gives you 12. And here when you add or subtract the numbers, here you should have 1. Okay, this is the product and this is the sum. So again here we are having 12. So just find the factors, right? So 2, okay, don't go by this way. Okay, you can solve by this. 112 is 12 and again 2 6 are 12 and 3 4s are 12. So here When you look at the difference, you see when you subtract those two numbers, you should have a plus 1 here. But, so 12 minus 1 is 11 and 6 minus 2 is 4 and only 4 minus 3 gives you 1. So here we are selecting these two numbers, okay, 3 and 4. Now what about the sign here? Here it is a plus sign. Therefore, here you should have a plus sign. That is, a bigger number is given with the plus sign and this number with the minus sign. So 4 minus 3 gives you plus 1 and 4 into minus 3 gives you minus 12 because here you are having a term with the minus sign. So here we are selecting this minus 3 and plus 4. So as a first step, we are splitting the middle term. So this plus x is written as plus 4x minus 3x. And the first term and the last term, they always remain the same. No change in it, just we are splitting this middle term. So here it is plus 4x minus 3x. And again, I had solved and shown already that even if you write minus 3x plus 4x here, you will be ending with the same answers. Okay, there is no rule that you should always write this number first and that number next. So here, when you look at these two numbers, the common term is 2x. So when you take 2x outside, here we will be having an x and here we will be having a 2. Because 2 can be written as 2 into 2x. So again 2x square can be written as x into 2x. So here in these two terms we are having 2x common. So when 2x is taken outside, the remaining terms are x plus 2. And again in these two terms we are having 3, right? Because 6 can be written as 3 into 2. So when you take 3 outside, so here the term is x and here the term is 2. Since you see here we are having x plus 2, here it is mandatory to have the same term. So write x plus 2. Then you can put the sign accordingly in front of this number. It will be very easy for you. So here you see if it is plus 3, then 3 into x is plus 3x, but here we have a minus sign. Therefore, here it is mandatory to write the minus. Right? It's up to you. If you are clear with the concept, then you can do it directly. Here, there is x plus 2. So in this term also, I need x plus 2. So in order to have a plus term, in these two terms, I can take this minus commonly outside. So if minus is taken outside, then here there will be x plus 2. That is logic wise. Suppose if you are not clear, okay, to put what sign here, then you just copy the same numbers here, okay, x plus 2, and here we know, right, with these two terms 3 is common. So then you can select this minus or plus depending on, just you can multiply and see, okay, if it is plus 3, then 3 into x makes plus 3x. So it is better. If it is minus, then everything is fine. Minus 3 into x, minus 3x, minus 3 into 2, minus 6. Now, if you take this x plus 2 term as commonly outside, then the remaining terms are 2x minus 3. So 2x minus 3 into x plus 2. Again equate these two terms individually to 0. So here we are getting the answers as x equal to 3 by 2 and x equal to minus 2. Again, if you need to check, you can substitute these values in the given quadratic equation and finally you will be getting the answer as 0. So that's all. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.